In a world where television content is constantly evolving, it takes something truly special to capture the audience's attention day after day. Yet somehow, Ripa and Mark Consuelos continue to do exactly that. Today's episode was no exception. From the very first moments, viewers could feel it, an energy that was warm, genuine, and refreshingly real. It wasn't about big headlines or dramatic surprises. Instead, it was something much simpler and perhaps more powerful: connection. And fans absolutely loved it.
One of the biggest reasons audiences keep coming back is the undeniable chemistry between Kelly and Mark. Their connection doesn't feel scripted, it doesn't feel forced, it feels real. That's because it is. As a real-life couple, their on-screen dynamic brings a level of comfort and authenticity that's rare in daytime television. Whether they're sharing lighthearted jokes, discussing everyday life, or reacting to trending topics, everything feels natural. Today's show highlighted that beautifully. There were moments of laughter that didn't feel rehearsed, small glances and reactions that spoke louder than words, and conversations that felt like they could be happening in any home across America. Instead of relying on over-the-top segments, today's episode focused on what truly matters: engaging the audience. The show included relatable conversations, light humor, thoughtful reflections, easygoing storytelling. Nothing felt overwhelming, nothing felt forced, and that's exactly why it worked. Sometimes, the most effective content is the kind that doesn't try too hard. Social media quickly filled with positive reactions after the episode aired. Viewers expressed how much they enjoyed the tone of the show. Many pointed out how refreshing it was to see hosts who seemed genuinely comfortable with each other. Others mentioned how the episode felt uplifting, a small but meaningful break from the fast-paced, often stressful nature of daily life. Comments from fans included ideas like, "They make mornings feel lighter. This is why I keep watching." So natural and easy to enjoy. While the exact words may differ, the message is clear: people appreciate authenticity. There's a reason this format continues to succeed. In today's media landscape, audiences are constantly surrounded by breaking news, dramatic headlines, fast-moving trends. While those elements have their place, they can also become overwhelming. That's where Kelly and Mark stand out. Their show offers something different: a slower pace, a more personal touch, a sense of familiarity. It feels less like a performance and more like a conversation. Another key factor behind their success is consistency. Viewers know what to expect when they tune in: a welcoming atmosphere, positive energy, genuine interactions. That consistency builds trust, and in television, trust is everything. When audiences feel comfortable, they return, and when they return regularly, a show becomes more than just content. It becomes part of their routine. While the entire episode carried a warm tone, a few moments stood out. Lighthearted banter, Kelly and Mark shared playful exchanges that felt spontaneous and fun. These moments reminded viewers why their dynamic is so appealing. Relatable stories. They touched on everyday experiences, things that viewers could easily connect with. Genuine reactions. Instead of overacting or exaggerating, their responses felt honest and grounded. These small details made a big impact. In a time when many shows compete for attention with bold headlines and dramatic storytelling, this episode proved something important. You don't always need intensity to capture attention. Sometimes calmness stands out more. Sometimes simplicity wins. And sometimes a genuine smile can be more powerful than anything else. What truly sets Kelly and Mark apart is their ability to connect with viewers. They don't just talk at the audience, they talk with them. Even through a screen, that difference is noticeable. It creates a sense of inclusion, a feeling that viewers are part of the conversation. and that's something audiences value deeply. Over time, this approach has helped build a strong and loyal audience base. Fans don't just watch occasionally, they return regularly, they engage, they share their thoughts, they become part of a larger community. And today's episode only strengthened that connection. Another reason today's show worked so well is balance. Kelly brings energy, wit, experience. Mark brings calmness, humor, perspective. Together, they create a dynamic that feels complete. Neither overpowers the other. Instead, they complement each other. And that balance keeps the show engaging. What this means for the future. If today's episode is any indication, the future looks strong. Audiences are clearly responding to authenticity, positivity, real connection. As long as the show continues to focus on these elements, it will likely remain a favorite among viewers. Why fans keep coming back? At the end of the day, viewers return for one simple reason. They enjoy how the show makes them feel. Not stressed, not overwhelmed, but relaxed, entertained, and connected. That emotional experience matters, and it's something Kelly and Mark deliver consistently.
Today's episode served as a reminder that television doesn't always need to be loud or dramatic to be effective. Sometimes it just needs to be real. Real conversations, real laughter, real moments, and that's exactly what viewers got. In today's fast-moving media landscape, television continues to evolve at an incredible pace. New formats emerge almost daily, trends rise and fade quickly, and audience expectations are constantly shifting. What worked yesterday may not work tomorrow. Yet, even with all these changes, there are certain elements that remain timeless, qualities that continue to resonate no matter how much the industry transforms. At the heart of it all is connection. For viewers tuning in to watch Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos, that connection is what makes the experience meaningful. It's not just about watching a show, it's about feeling included in a conversation. It's about those small, genuine moments that feel unscripted and real. In a space often filled with polished performances and carefully structured segments, authenticity stands out more than ever.
Today's episode served as a perfect example of that balance. There were no overwhelming headlines or dramatic twists designed purely for attention. Instead, the focus remained on simple, relatable interactions. Conversations flowed naturally. Reactions felt sincere. Even the lighthearted humor carried a sense of ease that made the entire episode feel approachable and comforting. And that's exactly what many viewers are looking for. In a world filled with constant updates, notifications, and fast-paced information, audiences often seek a moment of calm, a place where they can pause, relax, and simply enjoy. That's what makes shows like this so impactful. They provide a break from the noise without losing the ability to engage and entertain. Another key element that stood out was the genuine partnership between the hosts. The dynamic between Kelly and Mark continues to feel effortless. Their shared history and natural understanding of each other create an environment where conversations don't feel forced. Instead, they unfold in a way that feels familiar, almost like listening to two people you've known for years. That sense of familiarity builds trust. And trust is something that cannot be created overnight. It develops over time through consistency and honesty. Viewers return not just because of what they see, but because of how it makes them feel. When a show delivers a reliable sense of comfort and positivity, it becomes part of a daily routine, something people look forward to rather than just passively watch. Today's episode reinforced that idea. It reminded viewers that entertainment doesn't always need to be loud or dramatic to leave an impact. Sometimes the quiet moments are the ones that stay with us the longest. A shared laugh, a thoughtful comment, a simple exchange that feels genuine. These are the moments that create lasting impressions. As television continues to evolve, the importance of authenticity will only grow stronger. Audiences are becoming more aware, more selective, and more appreciative of content that feels real. They're not just looking for information or entertainment, they're looking for experiences that feel human. And that's exactly what this episode delivered. In the end, it wasn't about trying to stand out through intensity or spectacle. It was about embracing simplicity and allowing genuine interaction to take center stage. That approach may seem subtle, but its impact is powerful. Because in a world full of noise, simplicity doesn't just stand out, it connects.